Hey there guys, welcome back to the Lost Odyssey backyard. It's Chocolate Milk and we are about to go up against the mighty Ringmaster today. This battle is probably the hardest of all the ones in the backyard when it comes to getting 3 stars. This battle took me a lot of tries, so this is actually going to be post-commentary today. Because I was just going to record this battle until I got it, and I actually got it on my second try, so I'm very excited for that. Kaim is required for this battle, and as you can see, I've gone with an all melee attack fighter party for this, and you'll see why in a minute. There's a lot of conditions for this battle, and mages are essentially useless for this.
I can do this!
So the conditions are that Kaim is required, there are no skills, spells, or items allowed, and you have to defeat the soldier to win this. So this is the soldier that we are supposed to be challenging. He is an Oran target ringmaster. His name is Gallus, and he is going to test us to see how far we've come. So for this, what you're going to do, you can only attack and defend, and you can change your equipment up in your formation if you'd like. You're gonna attack, get Gallus here. He's got 37,000 HP, and his Hound has 81,000 HP. Now you notice that the condition was to defeat the Ringmaster, but not the dog himself. So we're gonna go for the Ringmaster to begin with. So he's gonna ask us to hit a certain ring level. So, and if we don't, we get punished. So we have to hit good. If we get perfect or bad, he's gonna send his Hound at us. And his Hound does 15,000 HP a pop. So what I like to do is I like to keep Kaim and Seth defending to keep up the guard condition. And also because they're my most valuable characters, I keep them alive. And then I usually go in with the back row and attack. If you do enough of what he asks in a row in terms of attacks, you will win automatically. What I'm going to do is set here really quickly is I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to find a toxin ring. Now that one was level 2 and this one's level 3, so that should be perfect. And now that I've hit him and shown you what it is he wants you to do, I'm actually going to go for his Hound. This 3-star condition is to kill his Hound before you kill him. So with Seth, I'm going to try to get a perfect. I only got good. Usually if you hit a perfect on his dog, the dog will get poisoned. And if you do attack his dog, he will sick his dog on you. And like I said, like 15,000 HP. So you don't want to screw this up. It's really, this battle is really quite finicky, because what will happen is if you go ahead and you follow the Ringmaster's directions and you hit the correct ring enough times in a row, you'll just win the battle automatically. If you do bad too many times in a row, he'll actually cast Annihilation and he will kill you for not following his direction. So the best strategy is to kind of work away on the soldier a little bit first, just keeping in mind that if you do get the ring wrong, you pretty much will die instantly. Persistence is a great skill to have for this. And as you'll notice, every time that the dog gets hit with poison after he is poisoned, he will lose 20,000 HP a turn, making it so that you only have to kind of hit him for about 3 or 4 turns. If you choose to defend all of your characters and don't hit him at all, what he will do is he will actually sick his dog on you anyways. I guess he's kind of like thinking you're a pansy for not hitting him, and he will sick his dog on you anyways. So what I suggest doing is, if you are scared about losing your characters, or you're just like stalling until an immortal comes back or something like that, you can attack with one character, and you still have a chance of getting the hit correctly, and the dog won't attack you. So just keep this up for as long as you'd like, just kind of stalling until the dog dies. You don't really have to worry unless you hit the ring incorrectly, and then you're really quite screwed. He punishes you quite badly. When his dog dies, he'll get really upset. He is going to just unleash everything he has on you, so it's a good idea to kind of whittle his HP down a little bit beforehand. Now you don't have to worry, he's not going to give you any commands in terms of what ring to hit. You can basically just go in and attack him. Unfortunately, because he is very upset with you, he's going to start casting Coverus, Shield, Speeda, and things like that. So it makes him very, very hard to attack. He'll also put like cover on himself like you just saw there, so we can't attack him. And it's very, very frustrating to try and hit this guy after the dog is dead. So that's why I suggest at least getting his HP down a little bit before you attempt to do this. If you are not interested in getting 3 stars, just go on ahead and ignore the dog and try to get the correct rings that he asks. But if you are interested in the 3 stars, you will have to get rid of his dog first. So this is going to take me a long time to do. I'm just going to change up some rings here. Make good use of your rings. I'm going to use this one. It'll give me HP every single turn, which is going to be incredibly useful for this guy. He does have 37,000 HP, and since you can't use spells or items, if you have mortals in your party, like Sed, Tolton, and Mac, like I do, once they're gone, they're gone. You cannot bring them back with anything. So just keep that in mind as well. You can, of course, bring in Ming or Sarah if you'd like, but there's not really much of a point because their attacks aren't going to be strong. So I'm just going to make sure I have the best equipment on everybody to make this go by a little bit easier. He's got no element or type, so there's no type advantage or anything. Just make sure you have your best equipment if at all possible. I would suggest being over level 70 with your immortals to do this. With your immortals at the very least. He can also heal himself as well when he gets a little bit low on HP. The worst thing is that he's going to put Coverus on himself so that when you do attack him, it's not going to do any damage. And now Mac's gone, so we're down a party member. And he will kind of counter every single time you attack him. Once you get past his Coverus, it should be alright. He has fear as well, so that'll make it so that you can possibly not attack. And now that Sed is in fear, I'm actually going to use him to defend, because maybe if Kaim or Seth die, he can at least kind of hold on for a little bit and maybe stall the process a little bit more. If you've got anything that will bring back HP per turn, I strongly suggest you use it, such as a ring like I've got on now. It brings back a little bit of HP, but it does make a difference. I've also got Absorb Attack on my immortals, which is why you've seen that sometimes it'll give me 4,000 HP instead of losing 4,000 HP like it just did there. I've got sometimes that it will nullify a party's or a member's attack by 0, so sometimes he won't attack me at all. Because you can't do any buffing at all for this battle, so your skills become really important. And since I didn't show it in the beginning, I am going to show you a list of the skills that I did use for this battle. And I'll also put it in the video description for you guys. Now that I've only got Kaim and Seth left, I have to be really, really careful here. Persistence is also a must. You'll see there that Seth survived because she had persistence on, which is huge. That can make you or break you, so persistence is a must, which is why I also brought Tolton along with me. Absorb Attack is also a must. I do strongly suggest having that, because I would be screwed without that. Being able to attack against fear is also something that I strongly recommend. Anything that will boost your defense, boost your attack power. Like I said, anything that will heal you HP-wise is also strongly recommended. You'll also want a ring that has toxin on it, so you can get rid of that dog. And hitting perfect is always ideal. So now that he's less than 10,000 HP, he's going to start healing himself. And this is when it gets a little bit difficult because I only have Kaim left. And I was getting a little bit nervous at this point because I wasn't sure if I was going to live or not. Because I do have to wait 2 more turns until Seth comes back. But luckily with the Absorb attack, I find it to be a 50-50 thing. It does say occasionally, but I do find that the Absorb attack is amazing. It's a brilliant skill, and it really does work a lot of the time. So that's a definite must. Now he's at 4,000. So we're really not doing too bad, and this battle is winnable, but it took me a very, very long time to beat this on my other file. Something like counter is also recommended because that means you get more than 1 turn per turn if he happens to hit you and you counter, because he counters every single turn, so it's like he gets 4 turns in a turn sometimes. So there we go, countered, and we got him. He is down. So you finally surpassed me. I hope we may meet again someday. No, we shall not, because I'm sick of this battle. So there you go, guys. That was my strategy for getting 3 stars in that battle. And that's a very, very hard battle. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the the comment section below. And our 3-star prize, which is also important, is the White Charm. I had mentioned that back when we were in Grand Staff. I said to try and fight experiment number 1 to get the White Charm as a drop from them, because this was the other place to get the White Charm. It's the only other place in the game to get it, and it will give you auto HP recovery every single turn, which is a fantastic accessory. It is just great, and it is such a nice thing to have. So now I'm just going to show you what skills I used if you guys are curious. I've got counter, crisis, attack boost, so I attack more in a critical HP condition. Barrier, shield, attack boost. My counter is more frequent. I've got persistence to keep me alive. Absorb attack is probably the most important thing, along with persistence. Crisis defense, so I get better defense if I go into a critical mode, and then that's pretty much it. I don't have a whole lot of other strategy for you guys because you can only use attack and defend, so you have to be very, very careful with your skills. Absorb attack and persistence being the most important thing for this, for sure. So as you can see, it's pretty much all the same. That's really all I have to say. If you have a better strategy, feel free to let the viewers know. Like I said, probably be above level 70 with Absorb Attack, Persistence, and you should be fine. So thanks for watching. See you later.